Back on the old Briggs 5S lever engine here, and I'll tell you what I did while you weren't looking. Is, I don't know if you remember this. This is the governor vane here. That it was pretty mangled, and it was actually whoever had it. This was all bent and twisted, and they must have unsoldered it because this lever is supposed to be in line with this. So I took it all apart, unsoldered it, and straightened everything out, and seems to work good. You know, that thing's got to work real. You see how nice and easy that thing moves? Because what happens is that moves from just air. You know, see the way the fins are shaped on this thing? When that spins, that actually the air blows on that. So we got that. That's working fine. And I did a little research to try and find out what kind of linkage it was. And I seen it, and they sell the rods on eBay for about 15 bucks. But I had this on the ground, so I wanted to see what it was and see how tough it was to make. And I was lucky enough that this this engine here had one on it, and that's what they look like. This one even has a spring. These see how loose these springs are? That holds it in place. You know, it holds the carburetor wide open, and then when this wind hits it, it pulls the carburetor to an idle. So I was able to find two of these in stock, and actually found a spring too. A nice soft spring. You know, and it's the same one that belongs there. So be able to do that. But I don't think I'm going to use these. I think I'm just going to make one now that I know what they look like and the length and the shape. And actually got to put a little hole in there. That's where the spring goes. So I think I'm going to make one of them and then just keep these in stock since I have the time. Also, while I was looking at this engine, I realized I'm going to have to make a kill switch too for this one here. You know, you can shut them down by just choking them out, but might as well put it on there in case somebody wants to shut it down that way. Alright, so let me make one of these, and then we'll put the carburetor on and the linkage on. Alright, yeah, we made one of them linkages there, and you know, these top three are Briggs, and none of them are identical. But you just want to make something close. This seemed to be the best specimen. You see, it actually has a little right turn into it, and then on the bottom it has like a hook going down. So this is the one I made, and we put a little hook to the right and then a little bend down. So I think we'll be okay. Alright, let me put you up on the tripod there, and we'll put the gas tank on and the carburetor and the linkage, the governor linkage. Alright, let's put the carburetor on. We got our gasket on the bottom here, and can't really put it on long. I did put some rust stuff in the fuel tank there, and put a new gasket on here, so came out pretty good. It's that magic rust stuff that everybody uses. I put it in there and let it sit for 2 days. That way it let me know if there was any leaks. Plus it also cleaned out what rust was left. Okay. Oh yeah, with these bends here, you know, I know somebody's going to ask, but when you make that Z, there's a special plier for that. You know, they have a little tool, but these pliers are just so much nicer. I think they call them Z pliers. And you just put where you want to make the bend, you put it right at the point, and then squeeze it, And it gives you a nice, nice Z connection here. Also, I think I have a link in the description for them, I'm not sure. And then these pliers here, they say the bead smith on the side there, but that's if you want it. It's got each one of these knobs on the side is a different size. So if you want to put a hook in it like that, you know, you find the one that fits. That would be like that one right there. And then you can just put it and bend it around, give you a nice round hook on there. So I don't have a link to that, but like I say, you might find a link for that Z. Okay, you know what? I think I'll pull you around this side so you get a better view. Alright, moved you over there so you can see a little better. It's a little more awkward for me, but that's okay, right? Alright, and this here, you got a stone frame that goes right in there, and then this goes in a little hole right there, and then we'll just look the screws. Alright, and just put the screws in here. I don't know if I showed you before, but there's a big gasket in the back there. So it might not look like it's sitting flush, but it is. It's actually sitting flush on the gasket. Right. That's it. Don't move much. See, when you start it, it's going to be open like that, and then when the wind off the flywheel starts, it closes it. Alright, I'm going to put a spring on there. I'm going to have to get in your way, so I might as well just shut you off. Alright, I guess I'll put the exhaust on, the muffler, a little hot dog muffler, and the air cleaner. You know what? How about if I turn you around this way? Come here. Can you see better that way? Alright. Got a hot dog muffler here. Let's put the lock nut on it. A brand new muffler and something in there rattling. What do you think of that? That's a good one too. You know, that's not one of them cheap Chinese. Probably is from China, but you know, that was I think this was an Arnold or something. You know, this isn't that brand X garbage. It even has a part number. Let's see where it's made. China. Made in China. Oh well. That's what's going on here. Rattling or not, what's going on here? Sometimes if you have a 45 or a right-hand angle, you got to put that on before the carburetor, you know, because it spins on and it would hit the carb. So, all right, that's pretty tight. We get a little baby hammer here. Alright, ain't going nowhere. Alright, you stone frame. Stick the little stud in there. Try and keep my hands out of the way for you. Looks like it's a little bent, but when it gets to a certain point, it's straight up and down. So we just make sure it's straight up and down. I tried to straighten as much as I could, but you know, you can only do so much with them threads. Alright, let's tighten it up now. And there we go. It's pretty straight. You don't want to get too crazy with it because that's pot metal down there. You'll strip that right out. Alright. Here's something you never see on these. The rubber gasket. It goes there. And then you actually have another gasket. And that actually goes on the bottom of here. So you're supposed to fill these with oil and stuff, but I don't waste my time because it's not going to be a working engine. It's just going to be a show engine. Alright. Put a washer on there, that keeps you from scratching the paint. And there you go. Alright. Let me turn the engine around here again. And we'll put the lever start on there. Alright, I'll be right back. Let me get that. Alright, let's put the lever on now. Alright, you know, I noticed on this lever somebody welded this together. You know, this bolt here is supposed to be able, you're supposed to be able to adjust this handle and put it wherever you want, you know. But somebody welded it in place, and I don't think it's going to affect us. So let's put a little lubricant on here. There we go. Give us a little juice. Oh no, I got it on my diaper. Alright. Yeah, this goes on a certain way because you have a stop here and a stop in the back. So that's got to go right there. That stops going this way, and then you get another stop going that way. Alright, that works nice. Alright. Remember I told you I lost the spring to this? Well, I bought a new one. I got a new one. And I was telling somebody on YouTube TV there, the best way to find something you lost is buy a new one. So after I bought a new one, I found the old one. So we're going to use the old one. And that goes in a certain way too. It can't go in that way. So you turn the spring around and it'll go in that way. And then it just sits on there. And then for some reason, this has a real thin head on it. I don't know if you can see that. This is a 3/8 bolt, 3/8 fine thread, and it's got a really thin head. It's almost like an 1/8 inch wide. And here's a regular 3/8, and you can see the difference. It's half the thickness. The head's half the thickness, and I don't know why. And I've never seen one of these that has a washer on it, a lock washer, but I'm going to put it on there, and maybe we'll find out why. Alright, you turn this and adjust the spring to where it's up like that, and the spring will always return it. And then you can always adjust it. Alright, I got me a box wrench right here. Like I said, I've never come across one of these that has a lock washer, so it looks good. Alright. Alright, here's the kicker mechanism. Go stick a little oil down in here, it'll work its way in. And then put a little on the shaft. I don't know if you can see, but there's a big hole in the shaft here, and that's where the Allen key goes. Okay, I think I got that Allen key lined up just about where it goes. Let me tighten this up because this is going to take a little bit. I should have put a Allen key on a ratchet, but I didn't. So let me tighten that up. All right, yeah, we got that on there, and it's working pretty good. I don't have it bolted down. Oh, man, got a lot of compression in there. Let me get around this way. I got nothing to put my hand on either. I can't put it on a spark plug because it's going to shock me. So let me turn the wheel here. Here we go. Alright, let me turn around this way so you can see the flywheel. Let me turn this around so I can see you. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. You know what? I got you around this way. Can you see the front here? We forgot to, this bolt here holds on our air shroud and all our information, our engine information. And that would go on like right there. So we tightened the head down, but no worries, right? Because I got to take that bolt out anyway. Because I got to make a kill switch. And I found a nice piece of thin metal here that I can do that with. I'm going to make it thin. I think they're a 1/2 inch by whatever. So let me do that. I'll make one of these and we'll put that on and put the shroud on, and then we'll go from there. Alright, remember I was telling you I lost the other one? Well, what happened, some guys you might remember because I told when it happened, that I had this over at the wire wheel in the corner of the garage here. And I was wire wheeling it because it had a light rust on it. Like I say, this is the new one. But I was wire wheeling it, and it got caught in the wire wheel, and it shot across the garage. But before it went across the garage, it came off my thumb, and gave me a little reminder it'll be there for 6 months, you know, to be careful. So here we go. All right. I set these up again here because I was sitting here looking at the engine, and something wasn't right to me, you know, and I was right because we made a mistake, and we can fix it. See the way this is sticking up here? Well, when that's up like that, this is always engaged, which is okay. I mean, this is on a bearing down here, you know, there's a gear in here. It's on a bearing, and it would spin, but it would wear the bearing out. It's not meant to do that. And then I'm looking at it, and there's a little the gear up here. One of the gears up here is on a spring, and that's to help it engage. So this whole setup that we have here, I have the spring on the wrong side of this nut and bolt, or this bolt, and this handle at rest is supposed to lay down like that. And it's been about 4 years since I worked on one of these lever engines, so it's my mistake. But I left this in here like this, so you can see that's how you learn. You learn from your mistakes, and that's what we're going to do now. So I'm just going to fix it and put it the way it should be. Also, this flat. Remember I was saying I don't know why they have this thing so thin. If you look at it from the angle here, this is where a belt would go, and if a belt came out here and it was right there, it would rub up against that. So I guess they figured that 1/8 of an inch would help, you know, if there happened to be a belt right there. But anyway, let's fix this. It's an easy fix. There we go. And another thing, I took the washer off because the washer actually binds everything up when you're trying to adjust this. So the way we'll fix this, we'll take this spring and put it on the other side of this bolt, and then when we tighten this will go down like this. You see now when this is at rest here, this the gear isn't engaging at all, and that's the way it should be. So like I said, we'll put the spring on the other side of that bolt and then turn it this way, put a little pressure on it, and you see when you tighten it up, the whole mechanism ain't tightening or turning because this lock washer was binding things up. So it's funny, you know, there's a reason for everything. And it's spinning a little bit now, but it's okay. Okay, see, that's where it should rest normally. And then it'll go back, and nothing is engaged down here. So was my mistake. So like I said, we're gonna leave that blooper in there, and we're gonna learn from that, right? All right. Road King don't like to edit stuff, so we're not gonna edit nothing. All right. All right. Like I said, I'm gonna go over and make this shut off spring, and then put this on. But I'm gonna wait on that. You know what? Because I'm gonna end this video here. So that way we have a little on the next one. On the next one, what we'll do is we'll put new decal. Let me turn you around so I can see you. We'll put a new decal on here, and we'll install all that stuff, and then we'll start it up. So let me take you off. Let me take you off the tripod here. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa! And I'll show you why we're not going to start it today. Some of you guys might have already seen this around your way, but looks like we got about 6 inches of snow, and it's just starting to lighten up a little bit now. But I know you guys out in the Midwest and across the country got hit worse than we did. So we weren't going to get this engine out and starting it today anyway. So we'll save that. We'll save that for another video, and because I don't like keeping this. It might be a week before I get out here. So I don't like to leave the camera loaded up. We're going to a show tomorrow. Me and Mike, the Jacktown snow show, and it's going to be snowing. So that's where we're going to be. He wants to be here. He wants to get over here about 3:45 in the morning, because it's going to take an hour and a half, 2 hours to get there, and we don't know what else we're going to run into. But it's pretty. It's pretty, but I'm going to have to get out here and snow blow this before it gets dark. It's 3:30 now, so that's where we're at. We're gonna leave this one here, and next time you see us, we'll slap the rest of that engine together and bring it down here and start it up for you. All right, what do you guys say? Enough of this? All right.